welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Come down here at this weekend, right at the end of July. Come down, it's been raining a lot this week, it's been a bit cooler, so we haven't been down and watered for most of the week, I don't think. But I wanted to come down, it is going to rain tonight I think. I wanted to come down and do a couple of little jobs and just check everything over really, see how it's getting on. See what plans we can make. So today, don't think I need to water. Looks okay in the soil, but I'll show you around. A couple of jobs we're going to do. I've brought down this spare. I'm not sure if it's a pumpkin or a squash, but it's one or the other, and it's going to go in the end of this bed here. There was a pumpkin there, but that didn't make it for some reason. It's disappeared. So I'm going to fill in that hole with that. And I also brought down my little box of seeds that are still okay to plant in July, sort of end of July. Won't really go into August, but we'll try anyway. So yeah, I'll show you where we're thinking of planting some of those. So everything's doing really well. There's some nice things growing, nice pumpkins growing, and sweet corn, courgettes and things. So at the front here, we've got these two beds. There's two pumpkins on the right, three on the left. As you can see, they're starting to take over the beds. So I'm going to plant that other pumpkin today. The next two beds are our three sisters beds. And these are doing really well this year, actually. Pumpkins are taking off in all directions. And there's some really good sized pumpkins on them already. We've got some corn growing. It looks really good, and the beans are climbing nicely. So we've got some nice sweet corn starting to grow, nice cobs. One there, there's quite a few. The beans are doing well, climbing up, they're climbing nicely without much help. Yeah, these ones coming up. So yeah, I'll perhaps just give them a little bit of help. But yeah, they're doing as I was hope. Getting up there. This side you can see the beans are doing really well. I'm taking over this bit. Yeah, and the pumpkins are off. We've got one really big pumpkin already. It's quite large, look. Yeah, so I'm going to have a look back and see what they were and see how big they'll get. There's lots of these little ones trailing around as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them so far. Hopefully they'll carry on. And lots of nice corn in there. We've still got our broad beans. Starting to look a bit ratty now, but they're still producing. Probably not too long before we pull them out and do something else with the beds. I've got some seed trays that I started a couple of weeks ago, and they've got chard, some more beans, and beetroot. I've got quite a lot of beetroot, so I will put some of that in as well. Some of these beds. I'll just try and get through. At the back here, these beds aren't doing so well this year. I'm not sure why. This one I've completely given up on these now. These squash, so I'm going to repurpose these beds. Well, on the left here, the first courgette seems to have had a really good week. It's grown up a lot. Sweet potatoes still growing slowly. I'm not sure how long they sort of take to mature. I think it's sort of 2 months or something. I'll have to check up. I'll have a little look on the tag in a minute. Yeah, and the one the green courgette at the back there is not looking very happy. Yes, I'm not sure what's wrong with them, whether it's the soil or the climate at the moment or what. But we've got plenty of courgettes anyway. We've got lots at home, and we've got lots down here. I'll show you in a second. Our tomatoes have had a real spurt on this week. There's a few really grown up. They're all need tying back and everything. But yeah, they're looking good. We've got a nice one here starting to turn, and lots of little ones growing. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a nice crop of those. Our courgettes have really started to take off now. Got some nice ones on here. At home, the yellow one has gone absolutely mad. There's probably about 15 courgettes on it at the moment. This one's starting to as well. It's nice there one. We'll harvest these today. Couple there. Some nice yellow ones in here as well. Yeah, so we'll harvest 3 or 4 of those today. I know at home there's a few to harvest as well. Potatoes wise, we've just got the main crop left down the allotment now. We've harvested our first early and second early, and we got a lot out of them actually. The first early there weren't as many, but the second early we filled up a big box of them, so they're going to see us for quite a while. We'll be storing them. Yeah, so they're doing really well. We'll harvest the main crop, not sure quite when, but in a couple of weeks probably, and then we'll store them until we need them. So the 2 beds that had the second earlies in are currently empty, so I'm going to decide in a minute. I'm going to have a little look around and think about it, where we're going to put the beetroot, chard. I'm tempted to put some leeks in. I've got some leek seeds and I've got some spring onion seeds. I might do some of them back here. Yeah, I'll have a little look through the seeds in a minute and work it out. At the back here, where the first earlies were, on the left, I think I showed you planting these monge too. So they're doing really well, starting to bush up. I'm going to get some sticks in the next few days and give them something to climb up. But they're looking really healthy. Yeah, so hopefully won't be too long before we start getting some peas off of that, some monge too off of it. The peas that we put in that were out of a trug we got at home, they're not looking very happy. They've all sort of wilted over. So yeah, I think they're probably not going to do much. So we'll probably repurpose this bed. It has got a few little peas on it. Yeah, I don't think that experiment worked very well. So yeah, we will repurpose that. We've planted this pumpkin squash plant in the right hand front bed. So there's now 3 in here. So hopefully that'll get growing away and they can trail over this area over here. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get some more good pumpkins. Our little harvest today, picked a couple of courgettes. There's quite a few more that are probably going to be ready in a day or 2. So we'll come down and get them soon. And we've got a load of broad beans. They've got quite a lot at home still. But yeah, I thought I'd pick those. Probably not going to have many more, I don't think. Yeah, so we've got those. Off to do some seeds now. In the first one of the beds that had second earlies in, we're going to put some leeks. So I've got these elephant leeks. And it says they're going up to July and be ready in October or November. So we're going to do a bed of these. I've dug some little ridges out. It says it's 1.5 centimetres deep, so I've just done a little dip for each one, and we'll cover them over. It's already well watered. The soil's already quite wet. It's good, but it's not too wet. But yeah, so it certainly doesn't need watering. Yeah, we'll get them in, and hopefully we'll get some leeks by the end of the year. In the other bed, we're going to do spring onion. So I've got these white Lisbon spring onions, and they say you can plant up until July, and we'll be ready in August, September. Although it does say if you leave it a bit longer, the bulbs get bigger. So we'll see how big they get, if they grow up okay. Can always leave them a bit longer. So that gives us 2 nice onion beds at this side of the allotment. That's all the jobs done for today at the allotment. We've planted those, so we've done spring onions and leeks. So we've got a bed each of those, which is basically a whole packet of each. So yeah, we'll let them grow up. I've got the chard and beans and beetroot growing at home, so I'll bring that down for about a week or two's time. Once that's grown up a little bit, just let it get to the size I can handle it, and then they can go in. Some of it will go in these two beds with the broad beans come out. I'll reuse this bed at the back, and then when the potatoes last of the potatoes come out, I'll put some of it in there. I'll perhaps bring down the beans and put them in this back one. Some of them are already big enough to handle. Some of them are still just coming out of the soil. Yeah, so all in all, pretty happy with how it's looking, how these pumpkins are growing. Hopefully these sweet corn will keep going. Got some nice cobs on them already, so quite hopeful for at least sort of 10 or so cobs of sweet corn. That'd be really good. We had some good ones last year. We came down here and cooked them down at the allotment and had them for tea. We did that a couple of times, I think. So yeah, we had a good time with those. I was happy with those. Yeah, hope everyone else is okay. Be interesting to know if you're sowing anything at the moment, got anything else going in after your potatoes and things that are coming out now. Be interested to see if there's anything else we could do, anything else we could plant, keep us going through the autumn, keep us giving us things to do down here. Yeah, I hope you're all well, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.